Heaven has not moved away from us. The sacred has always been close. What has changed is us. There was a time when mystical experiences were ordinary, when people like Teresa of Avila could casually mention being visited by an angel and no one questioned her sanity. Everything was measured against the soul. How does this affect my eternal essence? Not my bank account, not my comfort, not my preferences, but my soul. We lost that somewhere along the way. In the age of reason, we became profoundly unreasonable. We began treating ourselves with such exquisite delicacy that we grew fragile instead of strong. We handed our power away to everything outside us, and in doing so, we distanced ourselves from the very source that once spoke to us through wind and fire. The most powerful tool you have is your words. Every word you choose is an act of creation. Words are not just descriptions, they build the world you live in. When you frame an experience with resentment, with should, with owe me, with hate, you anchor part of your soul in the past. That anchoring creates density in your body, slows your experience of time, blocks the flow of synchronicity. But when you release those sticky words, when you forgive, when you reframe, when you choose love or neutrality instead, energy snaps back into the present like a cut rubber band. Your cells lighten, cause and effect accelerates, health returns. This is not poetry, this is mystical law. We stand at a threshold unlike any in human history. For the first time ever, every living being on this planet is participating in a shared struggle for survival. Climate, nuclear risk, collapsing ecosystems, these are not problems we can solve while remaining unchanged. Problems have solutions that let us stay the same. These are predicaments. Predicaments demand metamorphosis. We must shift from the personal, what I want, what I need, what I fear, to the impersonal, what serves the whole. Service is not sacrifice. It is the only real safety net now. Look at what we've done with our archetypes. We have inverted light and dark. Evil rarely arrives with horns anymore. It flatters, it seduces, it convinces you that surrendering your will is passion, that being drained is love. When the apparitions at Medjugorje speak through the visionaries and say, "Evil has come close to the earth, it is present," they are not predicting apocalypse. They are describing what is already here. Evil walks among us wearing the mask of desire, of self-actualization, of intensity. And the only defense is humility, the honest recognition that every one of us still has blind spots, still has triggers where darkness can slip in if we declare ourselves past it, too proud or too evolved to look. We are leaving the age of great external teachers. The era of Jesus, of Buddha, of waiting for someone else to show us the way is closing. What opens now is the demand that we embody what we already know, fluently, without excuses. No more outsourcing our sovereignty to gurus or institutions or saviors. Each of us must become the living vessel of the truths we claim. So here is the work. Audit your inner vocabulary every day. Catch the words that keep you small, that keep you stuck, that keep you taking instead of giving. Practice seeing impersonally. Ask of every situation, what is trying to happen here beyond my personal stake? Assume there are still doors you haven't fully guarded, and shift your orientation from taking to giving. Not because it's noble, but because it is the physics of survival in this new era. The sacred is still speaking. The veil is thin again. But this time, heaven is asking us to meet it as adults, as conscious co-creators who understand that every choice, every word, every refusal to change has consequences we can no longer outsource or deny. We are not being punished. We are being invited to grow up. And the choice, as always, is ours.